graph a couple more of equations using 3 ordered pairs in each case. The first one, again, is going to have a fraction involved. I have y equals 1/3 x minus 4, and I'd like to graph that. And so what I'd like to do is, again, I'd like to use values for x that are a multiple of 3. I'm going to go ahead and use, I'm going to just be unusual this time. I'm going to use 3, 6, and 9, even though that value of 0 is really nice and easy to use. I just want to illustrate every time that you don't have to use the same values. So y is whatever 1/3 of x minus 4 is. So y is 1/3 of x, which is 3, and then I will subtract 4, so I'll do this multiplication first, so those cancel out, because that was a 3/1, and that is equivalent to 1 minus 4, which is a negative 3, and I'll put that in right here. To give myself a little space, I'm going to erase that. Let's do this again with a 6. So y is 1/3 times 6 minus 4. That 6 is 6/1. And this reduces, it's easiest to do that first. That reduces 1/3 of 6 is equal to 2. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 minus 4 is a negative 2. And then finally, I really should do it a third time to see if my ordered pairs all line up. And so y is 1/3 of 9 minus 4. Again, put a 1 underneath that. That would be easier for you. 3 goes into here once, into here 3 times. When I multiply this together, I get 3. And 3 minus 4 is equal to a negative 1. And I'll go ahead and plot those ordered pairs. So when x is 3, I'll go over 3. And y is a negative 3, I'll go down a negative 3. My next ordered pair, x is 6, y is a negative 2. And my last ordered pair, x is 9, way over here, and y is a negative 1. And those ordered pairs do line up. I'll go ahead and, again, I kind of wish I was using a straight edge, but I'm going to just kind of for speed here, just try to draw the best straight line I can and put arrowheads on either end. Again, the graph of a linear equation. I believe it's a few 10-minute videos later, I'm trying to do 10-minute segments every time, that I'm going to share with you that this is called the slope of this line. The slope of this line, which is not too steep, is 1/3. And this minus 4 right here is called the y-intercept. And we're going to talk about this being in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope and b represents the y value on the y-axis where it intercepts that y-axis. Let's do one more problem, and then we'll do an application in our next quick segment. The last one I'd like to do is this one. And the reason for this is all the problems that I've done so far, y has been on one side, and everything else is on the other side. In this linear equation, x and y are on the left, with the constant on the right. And so I'd just like to share with you that that's not a big deal. When I pick values for x, I'm just going to pick 0, 1, and 2. I avoid negative numbers sometimes. I don't mean to do that on purpose, but they're a hassle to work with, and there's no reason why I have to do it. So I would put in here a value of 0 for x. So I want to know when 0 plus y, what value for y would equal, what y would have to equal when x is 0, and y would have to equal 4, because 0 plus 4 is 4. This one you hardly even have to write down. If you put in a 1 for x, what do you have to add to it to get 4? Again, put in a 1 for x, and what do you have to add to it to get 4? Please do remember your solving equation skills in case it's not really obvious. I could subtract 1 from both sides, and 4 minus 1 is 3, and I find out that 3 is the value that I need to put in for y when x is 1 for their sum to be equal to 4. This one's a fairly easy one, of course. And then finally, when I put in a 2 for x here, I have 2 plus what? will give me 4. We know the answer to that is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, so y's got to be 2. But if you didn't see that, you would subtract 2 from both sides and find out that y has got to be equal to 2. And finally, again, you go ahead and plot those ordered pairs. X is 0, y is 4. That's that ordered pair. X is 1, y is 3. And then finally x is 2 and y is 2. They do line up in a straight line, so I'm happy for that, and I know that I've probably done an accurate job. And then I go ahead and put my arrowheads on either end. I'm going to pause here and then put a story problem up in my next segment.